what do you think this team expects out of this tournament?
Dubs all around.
What's up, y'all? I'm Kelley O'Hara, 3-time Olympian, and this is 1v1. And today I'm here with Jaedyn Shaw.
Hi.
The wonder, teenager, super talented, incredible, Jaedyn Shaw. Okay, the last time USA won gold was 2012. And you were a child. I looked it up before this. You were born in 2004, in November 2004. So you were 7. Do you remember watching those Olympics or no? Not at all.
No.
Zero memory.
I
don't
them. Even know what I was doing at 7. What was I doing?
Were you playing soccer?
Futsal.
You weren't playing like soccer?
No.
You were playing futsal?
I was just playing futsal.
That is incredible.
And I maybe was like playing 3v3s here and there, tournaments, you know, winning all the time. You know,
obviously, dubs all around.
Hello. Just gonna go back to that. And yeah, I think I was maybe guest playing with a couple teams, but it was like strictly futsal at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've never live experienced USA winning a gold medal in soccer?
No.
Dang, that's wild.
Not the Olympics.
That is crazy. All right. You kind of alluded to this already, but you've had a very like non-traditional path and journey to this point. At least historically, what people would consider non-traditional, right? Like typically players go club, college, professional, and then hopefully international. And you, as a teenager, were like, I'm going straight to professional soccer. I'm skipping the college. When did you make that decision about the path that you wanted to take? Because I don't know if we've even had this conversation. Because I remember,
probably not.
Because I remember being
like
at Spirit. I'm like, this
yeah.
girl is 16. How old were you? 16 or 17?
I was 16.
Yeah, you were. I was like, and this was kind of the first experience I had had with a younger player in the professional environment, and it was with you.
Yeah, and you tried to make me all the time, and it didn't work.
It did not work.
Just gonna let everyone know.
But you. Okay, maybe once or twice it worked. Once or twice.
I literally don't remember
and
a
you
single
got me
time.
back.
I don't remember a single time it working, but you tried. It's fine.
I did try. I had to. Okay, but like, when did you come to this decision? This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I want. Because you were, 16. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go play in college.
Yeah.
And I just was starting to make that decision.
I think for me, it was always something that I wanted to do. Like, I always wanted to play at the highest level. I always wanted to be a professional soccer player, like literally since
even when
day
you were
one.
playing futsal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it was like going to be at some point outdoor for me. But yeah, no, I was like, I want to play at the highest level for as long as possible. And then I was just like, training with you guys helped a lot. And I was like, I can hang. Like,
yeah,
I like
could.
this.
You could.
I was like, going in, I was like really, really nervous. And I was just like, okay, like I'll go train, like get better, and then like go back to my club after. But then I was like, nah, this is fun. Like, I could do this for like,
you got the bug.
all year. Like, and I was just missing the games. But I was like, I want to do this for like forever. So yeah, that's when I was like, I'm going pro. So you went into the Spirit environment, like that was your first professional environment, and then that was your moment of being like, oh, this is where I want to do. This is the path I want to take. It was kind of like an experiment to see how it went. Yeah, I mean, in a way, yes. When I committed to North Carolina, I committed super early.
Okay.
8th grade, and it was I mean, I felt like I was committed for a long time. I was going to the camps for a long time, and I just felt like at my last camp, I just needed more.
Yeah.
Like I wanted something to really, really challenge me and like be in an environment where I knew I was gonna grow every single day. And I don't know, I feel like, I mean, even with when I trained with the PSG U19s when I was 14, I was like, this is something else. Like, I feel like just being around like people that have been around the pros or like our pros, like I feel like it's just another level. So I feel like it just
felt right.
It felt right. Like, it didn't really feel like a major decision to me. Like, I felt like it was already kind of rolling in that direction. I was like, yeah, totally. This is it.
So when you got to San Diego, you're around Alex Morgan, you're around Naomi. Like, how did that influence you and impact you? And like, almost, did it give you this feeling of, okay, I can play with these guys, like the national team is close?
Honestly,
Did
like
you
when
feel,
I
did it
when
feel
I
close to you?
No, like when I first went pro, like I was like, okay, like this is like the level, and like the national team still felt like a stretch for me.
Yeah.
And like I didn't really think about it until like I started really playing games and like doing well, like playing against defenders that I've watched on TV for forever.
Yeah.
This one, and I was like, dang, like I can hang,
You can
like
hang.
I can
yeah.
like
you can hang and
play
also not just hang. You know, like prove yourself.
Yeah, but I was like, when I came in, I was just like, learn as much as you can from anyone that's around you. Like we have such great veteran players on our team, and I was like, you know, like this is a great environment to come into, and
For sure.
to be like a young player and learn so many different things from all these different players. And yeah, and I was just like, I mean, I didn't even really like realize like how close the national team was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really didn't like. I was just like, yeah.
You were just
it still was like a dream for me.
Yeah. Okay. So, but you got your first call up last September. Was that the first
September,
one?
yeah.
What was that moment like?
I don't know. I practically lost my bleep. And yeah, I don't know. I called my mom and she started crying, and I was like, see, yeah,
we got the crier.
we got the crier.
Yep, check that out.
Yep, thank you for doing that for me. Yeah, but no, I didn't really know like what to think. I was looking at the schedule and I was like, whew, all right, let's do it. Like, it's happening. I don't know how I'm about to act, but I'm about to see all my idols all in one room, and I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do with that.
Well, you did well. Clearly.
I guess so.
And handled it well.
I hope so.
That's really
I'm glad
cute,
it looks good to you guys.
I
was
get
scared.
it though. Like I remember going to my first camp being like, oh my God, these are all the people that I watched on
And
TV,
it
looked up to, like were the people that I wanted to be like.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
it was the retirement camp too. So it was Pino's retirement and it was Julia's retirement. And I'm
That's
like,
a lot.
what am I doing here? What is
You're the new wave.
What's going on?
You're the next
here?
up.
And I'm like, great timing, Twyla. Thanks. But no, I was like, and I didn't debut that camp, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, wow, like Pino's like retirement game, and I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is like she's a legend of this game, like, and yeah, I just don't know. And it was like Juilliard's retirement game too, and I was just like standing there like, am I allowed to like take pictures with you, or is,
Can I get a picture of you right now?
Yeah, no, I literally asked Julie for a picture after the game, and she's like, oh yeah, of course. And I was like, I can't post that. I can't do it.
That's so good. Clearly, it's gone very well since you've entered into the team. And Gold Cup, I feel like, was like your coming out moment of just breaking onto the scene, doing incredibly well, being super successful. So at what point from the time that you got that email last September to now you're sitting here a week away from getting a call from Emma, at what point were you like, oh, this is something that I can be on that Olympic team next year?
Honestly, I think it was my first camp. I thought I did well in training in my first camp, and I was like, okay, this is like a level that I'm gonna have to like rise to, but I'm like ready for that. And I don't know, I guess you'll learn this about me. Like I love like being in an environment that's really challenging.
No, I know. Well, yeah, when you showed up to Spirit, I was like, good for her. I could never, but good for her.
And like for some reason, just being there, I was like just hungry. Like I think I had like some of my best league games coming off of camps. Like I don't know.
Because you just felt good.
Yeah, and I was like, this is like a level that I want to like be at.
That's incredible.
And yeah, so I think that was like first camp really where I was like, all right, like you've had your first camp, like that first out the way. Now it's like focused on next camp and like what you can do there to ultimately like build to the Olympics and hopefully make that roster. So I think for me I think the hardest thing has just been like balancing the two, club and country. But I mean, over time
you'll get used to it.
Learn. Yeah. I'll just take some notes from you. I've been doing this since literally I've been alive.
You're fine. Oh my God. All right. What would it mean? Like, have you thought about the moment of getting a gold medal put around your neck?
Oh my goodness. I thought these Gold Cup and She Believes Cup ones were nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are nice.
Oh my goodness. I feel like the Olympics is just so like it's such a different beast because there's like all the other sports involved too. So it's like you're all like, it's like a bigger team now.
100%.
And it's Team USA, and it's so, I don't know, I feel like I can't even describe how I would feel with a gold medal around my neck. It'd be crazy.
It's sick. And it does feel like, I think that's what's special, what makes the Olympics special is that as a player on the U.S. Women's National Team going to the Olympics, you're not just on that team, right? World Cup, it's just U.S. Women's National Team, you're just there. But like Olympics, you're teammates with everybody of every sport, and it's such a cool community feeling. So it's really special. And so is getting a gold medal. According to my sources, we're approximately a week out from Emma Hayes making the calls. The calls.
The calls.
How are you feeling today in this moment about that moment?
Oh man, I'm nervous.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm like, I need to save that number. I need to put it all caps. I need to.
Yeah, like a special ring for it.
Yes,
Yeah.
like the alarm ring. Yeah, no, I'm excited for it too. I mean, Emma's like so great, and I'm really excited for just everything that she has to bring to this team, and I'm just really nervous but excited, and hopefully it's good news. So we'll see.
For sure. It's your first time getting a call. The call.
Yeah.
Has she given you guys any info as to like, I'm gonna call y'all around this time, or like, I'm calling everybody, you know? I feel like in years past, I've seen everything from Pia writing literally on like a white big notepad in the meal room and like writing the roster, and like that was the roster. Like we walked into meal and it was like up there, versus like getting a call, that sort of thing. I don't think I've ever gotten an email, but yeah. So has she given you any info?
Well, she just said it definitely will not be a FaceTime.
Okay.
No FaceTimes here.
Dude, right?
No FaceTimes.
That was wild. That was a bit wild.
Wild. I'm like, am I supposed to cry?
Exactly.
Or like, what's going on? But no, she just said no FaceTimes, and I don't know what time of day she's gonna call first.
Okay.
But,
and she told you guys a date, so you know the date.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we know the date,
That's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so I'm like counting down the days.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you. And I don't think you should be that nervous, but I get it. I get the feeling. I feel like whether you've been in it a million times or it's your first time, like it's very nerve-wracking until you like know for sure. So, but if and when she calls you and you are officially named to the Olympic roster, like what will that mean to you?
Oh man. I mean, you can ask anyone close to me. I am not a crier,
okay,
but I think I might cry.
Okay.
I mean, it's my like first major tournament with the U.S. national team, so that would be insane. Hopefully, I'm with my mom so that she can do the crying and I can just be like chill, cool, calm, collected.
Okay.
Like I knew this was coming.
Okay. What do you think this team expects out of this tournament?
Dubs all around.
Yeah, dubs.
I think you know a lot about that. Dubs
Dude,
all
I love
around.
It. That's why you're on this team. I'm not even kidding. Like that is the like feeling and the mentality that this team has always had and needs, and that's why you're like you fit in perfectly.
Well, I mean, it's passed down through all of the youth national teams. It's passed down through you know, just hearing you guys speak. Like I feel like from day one when I watched the U.S. national team, I'm like, all right, this team's standard is to win. If you're not winning, then something's wrong. We need to fix it. So I think like for me, the expectation for the team is to win and do all the things, add all the tools that we need to win.
Okay, so favorite Olympic sport or event to watch?
Gymnastics.
Okay, so what's the first gymnastics that you remember watching like as a kid? Because gymnastics was my first memory of the Olympics, was 1996, like Dream Team, Magnificent Seven, I think is what they were called. They were incredible, and it was gymnastics.
Well, I don't remember watching like the Olympics specifically,
Okay.
but I loved watching Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles, obviously, who doesn't?
Yeah.
And then I watched a lot of like college, so like
cool.
I just like the sport in general,
That's
so
awesome.
I feel like the Olympics would just be like insane.
Can you do any gymnastic
No.
moves? Nothing?
Cartwheel.
Handstand?
Like-
Should we do a handstand contest after this?
I legit can't do a handstand.
Let's see who can do a better cartwheel.
Okay.
and then we'll cut it and people can judge us. We're going like this?
Like that. Oh, I wasn't going yet.
I don't think either of us are good at hitting it at the end. Okay, let's hit it at the end. Let's hit it at the end. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Neither one of us could land them. Rank us. Who got a perfect 10?